vous plaît.
YouTuber NM Ghost Hunter has been living with something truly unsettling, and he's documented every moment. Across a series of spine-chilling videos, he captures undeniable poltergeist activity within his home. Let's break it down. The first eerie encounter was filmed on the 5th of February, 2022. For a full minute, unexplained disturbances echo through the house. In the second clip, captured on the 21st of February, the poltergeist seems to get bolder this time, wreaking havoc in the kitchen with what feels like strategic chaos. Fast forward to the 10th of August, and the ghostly activity shifts to the garage. Hearing a series of loud noises, the YouTuber grabs his handheld camera and records some truly disturbing footage. After retreating back inside, he leaves a camera behind in the garage.
Evil, flick the light again.
Then, on the 12th of November, another incident unfolds, this time near the living room.
Are you evil? Is that a yes or a no? If you're evil, flick the light again. Okay. Whoa.
A bookshelf begins to act on its own. The moment is caught from two different angles, and it's as unsettling as it sounds. With this many terrifying encounters documented on video, there's no doubt something sinister is at play. At this point, calling the Ghostbusters might not be such a bad idea. Things get seriously chaotic in this so-called poltergeist paradise, captured in a TikTok clip originally posted by Dark Ghost Paranormal. In the footage, someone explores a clearly haunted home as strange noises echo all around them, even before anything comes into view. Loud and relentless banging fills the air. The camera soon reveals the source, a kitchen cupboard door slamming open and shut over and over again, as if something unseen is throwing a tantrum. The relentless noise seems like it might go on forever. But just as the person cautiously enters the kitchen, the cupboard slamming stops abruptly. There's no dramatic jump scare in this video, but the constant noise, sudden silences, and unexplainable events paint a chilling picture. One thing's clear, something is definitely not right in this poltergeist playground. In a chilling video posted by Russian YouTuber Dark Ghost in March 2021, viewers are taken inside a haunted home where a ghost hunter plays a dangerous game with poltergeists. The footage, captured by both the ghost hunter's personal cameras and cameras set up throughout the house, reveals unnerving paranormal activity. The first unsettling moment occurs when a camera records a cupboard in one room moving on its own. The furniture scrapes across the floor, coming to a halt in the center of the room. Sending a wave of dread through anyone watching. The ghost hunter, hearing the noise, rushes in to investigate. Though the room seems empty at first, he soon discovers the true horror. The entire wardrobe nearly topples on top of him. What's even more disturbing is that there's no space behind the wardrobe to suggest anyone could have pushed it. How did this heavy piece of furniture move on its own? Barely escaping with his life, the ghost hunter sets up his spirit box to communicate with whatever entity is in the house. The spirit responds with clear, chilling words. It asks who he is and why he's there. When the hunter presses further, the spirit warns him that it's dangerous. It claims the souls of the deceased have heard him, and not all of them are benevolent. After a while, the spirit grows silent, refusing to answer any more of the ghost hunter's questions. When he returns to the room where the cupboard had moved, he finds everything seemingly returned to its place. But as he tries to settle in for the night, resting on a hard wooden chair, a sudden burst of light appears above him, jolting him awake. In that moment, he feels an icy cold rush through the room. After coming so close to death, and with the temperature dropping dramatically, it's clear that it's time to leave. The ghost hunter wisely decides to call it a night, knowing that some encounters are better left unfinished. YouTuber blogger Sky Bypass won't be getting any sleep tonight because night 2 in his haunted apartment takes a terrifying turn. As he walks through the apartment, something suddenly flies off the wall. Upon inspection, it turns out to be a small framed picture. Seemingly tossed by an unseen force. Curious and a bit shaken, he asks the spirit if it was responsible. A faint voice responds in the background. With the volume enhanced, the whisper becomes chillingly clear. Pushing his luck, he asks the spirit to do something else, and it listens. This time, the activity is caught from another angle. Proving this entity isn't shy about making its presence known. This footage is a stark reminder. Don't ask the paranormal to show itself unless you're ready for a response. And in this case, the message seems loud and clear: get out while you still can. Not all jobs are as quiet as they seem, especially when the place you're guarding has a dark history. Manuel thought his overnight shift at the local school would be just another peaceful night. He was wrong. Paired with another security officer, he was tasked with patrolling the building after hours, a duty that had only recently been put in place. You see, strange things had been happening there, too many to ignore. Supplies disappearing, alarms triggering without cause, and unexplainable noises echoing through empty halls. At exactly 2 a.m., the silence of the night shattered. Manuel and his partner were making casual rounds when an invisible force seemed to awaken. What followed was pure chaos. Furniture shifted on its own. Doors creaked open without a soul in sight. A wave of cold, unnatural energy washed over the building.
Che, boludo, ¿escuchaste eso? Claudio. Shh, ¿escuchaste eso, boludo?
¿Qué?
Allá en el aula hay como un ruido, boludo.
Nada, boludo.
Pero vamos, porque si Pai dijo que firmemos, boludo. Si no vamos después, Pai, si Servino nos va a sacar el cuero, boludo. Vamos a ver qué onda un toque. Vamos un toque, boludo, dale.
¿Qué onda, boludo? Hace un frío acá afuera.
Sí, boludo, hace un refrío. Pero acá parece que hace más frío, porque dice cuando hace frío que es por algo, digamos.
¿Dónde escuchas, boludo? Acá hay ruido en toda la escuela.
Pero sí, boludo, ¿no escuchaste? ¿Ves, escuchá? ¿Escuchá, boludo? escuchar?
Nada, boludo. Ah, pensé que. Ah, hay como una cortina ahí.
Sí.
¿Dónde escuchaste, boludo?
Sí, boludo, para mí que por allá. O ahí, no sé. Mira, ve.
¿Dónde, boludo?
Por acá era. No, boludo, ¿viste eso? Ah, boludo. Aguantá, boludo, aguantá. Aguantá.
Despite every instinct telling them to run, the men pressed on, flashlights scanning the corridors, their handheld cameras capturing evidence they couldn't explain. But the nightmare didn't end when their shift was over. Back at home, Manuel began to feel the presence again. Lights flickered without reason. He'd catch shadows moving just out of frame. Whispers followed him into his sleep, as if the school's darkness had latched onto him, refusing to let go. Whatever it was, it hadn't stayed behind and it wasn't going to leave quietly. Now, every night feels like a countdown, and Manuel is running out of time. For over a year now, a TikTok user named Vicky has been sharing a harrowing journey into the unknown, a descent that began during his quiet, uneventful night shifts at a local convenience store. At first, it was small things. Items falling for no reason, a soft whisper drifting between the aisles, and that eerie, ever-present feeling that someone or something was watching from the shadows. But the haunting didn't stay confined to the store. It followed him, worming its way into his home and personal life. The safety of his apartment slowly unraveled, turning his sanctuary into a place he feared returning to. Then came the night everything escalated.
And my neighbors called, and they said that my light is flickering in my apartment. So, let's go look. Nobody should be in here right now. Bro, why is my pot? Why is that on? Why was that damn door? That door was not shut. I don't. Who are you? What do you want? I'm out.
It started with a frantic call from a neighbor, claiming something strange was happening inside Vicky's apartment. Rushing home, he arrived to find the lights inside flickering wildly, casting grotesque, shifting shadows across the walls. Dreading what he might find, he cautiously stepped inside only to discover the stove burning, flames dancing for no apparent reason. With his heart thudding in his chest, he searched the apartment, expecting to find an intruder, but each room was empty. The silence pressed in around him, heavy and suffocating.
What do you want? What do you want? What do you want?
Finally, breaking free from his paralysis, he bolted for the door, leaving behind not just his apartment, but a life that had been overtaken by something he could no longer explain or escape. When your home becomes a battleground for the unseen, even the most ordinary moments can turn terrifying. That's exactly what happened to YouTubers Lainey and Ben one morning in June 2021, when their supposedly routine day took a sudden and chilling turn. Lainey was in the middle of preparing breakfast, moving calmly through the kitchen as she set the table. Everything seemed normal until her back was turned. Without warning, the cupboard door swung open violently, and a bottle of ketchup was hurled to the floor. The entire moment was caught on camera, brief yet undeniably disturbing. Lainey's reaction? Surprisingly calm. She pauses, glances at the mess, and simply calls out to Ben before quietly walking out of the kitchen.
Ben?
There's no scream, no panic, just a silent, mutual understanding that whatever haunts their home has made its presence known once again. But this time, it left a message splattered in red.